Let's unveil the narcissist's dark romance. Here are 10 ways they manipulate for pleasure. Buckle up for an eye-opening journey. 1. Manipulative seduction. Narcissists use their charm and manipulation tactics to get what they want to achieve sexual pleasure. They have this playbook for seduction and are good at using it. Psychologists and experts on narcissism often point out that narcissists have this intense need for admiration and validation. They crave attention and do whatever it takes to get it. That includes using their seductive skills. One reason they're so good at it is that narcissists tend to be incredibly charming. They know how to make you feel special, showering you with compliments and flattery. It's like they've got a talent for making you feel like the most valuable person in the world. Narcissists are masters at manipulation. They'll use all those sweet words and attention to draw you in, to lower your guard. They're creating an emotional trap, and before you know it, you might find yourself in a sexual encounter with them. 2. Lack of empathy. Dr. Ramani Durvasula has discussed narcissism and how it plays out in relationships. She explains that narcissists tend to be very self-focused. They're all about themselves, their desires, needs, and pleasure. So, they might not be excellent at tuning into their partner's feelings and desires regarding intimacy. Suppose you're with a narcissist in the bedroom. They might be so wrapped up in their pleasure that they forget or don't care about what you want or need. It's all about them, and they might even push your boundaries because their pleasure is a top priority. 3. Love bombing. Love bombing is like the honeymoon phase on steroids. It's when someone, often a narcissist, goes all out to make you feel incredibly loved in the early stages of a relationship. But there's a dark side, and it's often a manipulation tactic. Psychologists often talk about this phenomenon as a way for narcissists to gain control. Dr. Ramani says, narcissists are like emotional con artists. They pour on the charm to reel you in and make you feel like you're the most important person in the world. So, narcissists shower you with compliments, attention, gifts, and affection. They make you believe they're deeply in love with you. It can create a strong emotional connection and trust. Once you hook up with them, they may use this connection to manipulate you into sexual activities. It's like a bait-and-switch tactic. You've already fallen for them, and they use your feelings against you. 4. Gaslighting. Gaslighting in the context of relationships can involve making their partner doubt their own emotions and needs. For example, suppose someone says they're uncomfortable with a particular sexual act. In that case, a narcissist might try to convince them that they're being unreasonable or overly sensitive. It can lead to confusion and self-doubt in the victim. Dr. Robin Stern, the author of The Gaslight Effect, talks about how gaslighting can erode a person's sense of self. She says, gaslighting can make you feel like you're losing your mind. It's like a slow and insidious form of emotional abuse. 5. Loveless sex. Loveless sex is when someone engages in sexual activities without emotional connection or attachment desires, rather than physical pleasure without any deeper feelings involved. Psychologists and experts in the field often talk about narcissists using people for sexual pleasure in this way. Narcissists see people as tools to fulfill their needs and desires, which can extend to their sexual relationships. Dr. Helen Fisher, a renowned anthropologist and love researcher, emphasizes the importance of attachment and emotional connection in human sexual relationships. Loveless sex lacks this crucial component, which narcissists might not value as much. 6. Triangulation. Triangulation is like a twisted game of emotional chess that narcissists play. They introduce a third person into a relationship, physically or emotionally, to stir up jealousy and competition between their partners. It can be a friend, an ex, or even a flirtatious interaction on social media. Psychologist Dr. Craig Malkin emphasizes that narcissists use triangulation as a manipulation tool. Narcissists dangle the prospect of sexual favors as a reward for winning the competition, which keeps their partner emotionally invested and compliant. 7. Objectification. When we talk about objectification in the context of narcissists, it's like they're treating their sexual partners as objects, not people. They almost see them as tools to satisfy their desires without caring about the other person's feelings or needs. One famous psychologist, Sigmund Freud, had this idea called the narcissistic libido, when someone's sexual desires focus entirely on themselves. In other words, they're so into themselves that they don't see their partner as a separate person with their desires. 8. Sexual coercion. When discussing sexual coercion, we're referring to tactics narcissists use to pressure their partners into sexual activities. These tactics can range from guilt-tripping to emotional manipulation and even threats. In some cases, narcissists can resort to outright threats or intimidation. It could include threatening to leave the relationship, spreading rumors, or even becoming physically aggressive. These tactics can instill fear in their partners, making them comply out of fear for their safety. Sexual coercion by narcissists is disturbing in some relationships. Understanding their tactics and recognizing the signs is essential for anyone with a narcissistic partner. 9. Discarding after use. Narcissists can occasionally engage in exploitative behavior, using individuals for their sexual pleasure or to fulfill their need for validation, only to discard them once their desires have been satisfied. This behavior can be deeply unfortunate and emotionally painful for the person on the receiving end, leaving them feeling objectified, used, and cast aside. Dr. Ramani Durvasula, a renowned psychologist, sheds light on this troubling aspect of narcissistic behavior. She explains that narcissists have an insatiable craving for admiration and validation, a constant thirst for what's commonly called narcissistic supply. When narcissists obtain what they seek, whether sexual pleasure or compliments, narcissists may lose interest because they've already obtained their desired supply. In essence, this behavior reflects the narcissist's shallow and transactional approach to relationships, where they view people primarily as a means to an end rather than individuals with their own feelings and needs. Recognizing these patterns of manipulation is crucial for individuals to protect themselves emotionally and establish healthier, more respectful connections in their lives. It underscores the importance of maintaining strong personal boundaries and seeking relationships built on mutual respect and genuine emotional connection rather than exploitation. 10. Sexual exploitation. When we say sexual exploitation, we mean actions like revenge porn, secret recordings, or other forms of sexual misconduct. These behaviors establish dominance and control over their partners. Psychologist Craig Malkin says, narcissists need to feel superior and powerful, and they often use sex as a tool to achieve that. Revenge porn is a disturbing manifestation of this control. It's when a narcissist shares explicit images or videos of their partner without consent. It invades the victim's privacy and makes them feel helpless and ashamed. Psychologist Wendy L. Patrick says, it's a cruel way for narcissists to assert dominance, knowing they can harm their partner emotionally. From their knack for using charm and flattery to their tendency to objectify and devalue others, narcissists can leave a trail of emotional wreckage in their wake. Remember, it's not about you. It's all about them and their insatiable need for admiration and validation. Knowledge is power. By understanding these 10 ways narcissists use people for sexual pleasure, you can better recognize the red flags and maintain your emotional well-being. Don't let anyone treat you like a disposable plaything. You deserve genuine love, respect, and a healthy, mutually satisfying relationship. This is a stark reminder of the importance of identifying manipulative relationship behavior. It teaches us to be vigilant and aware of potential red flags. It empowers us to maintain healthy boundaries and prioritize our emotional well-being in romantic encounters. By understanding these tactics, we can avoid narcissistic manipulation and foster more fulfilling and respectful connections. If you are interested in narcissism topics, subscribe to this channel for more. Click that bell icon to get notified of future uploads. Watch another helpful video over here.